How's it going, people and people who are watching this video for whatever reason? I'm going to be showing you today some essential camping knots, pretty much. The knots I'm going to show you is going to be the clove hitch, square knot, the bowline, taut line hitch, the trucker hitch, and then I'm going to also show you the double fisherman's. This is pretty much just, easy videos, not going to go into too much detail. I would recommend looking up some YouTube videos. I'm actually put YouTube videos in the description of people tying the knots themselves under a little bit of higher quality and, not on an iPhone. To start, I'm going to show you guys the clove hitch, a little bit of what the clove hitch is. It's a kind of friction knot. It's really good for tying to trees and stuff. So what you pretty much should take the end of a rope, you tie it around a tree, and then the rest of the rope be hanging, and then you'd use that to tie bowline and maybe hook some stuff onto it. To give you a quick example of it, did a little simulation in my closet. Up top here is going to be your clove hitch. Based on friction, I can still pull good weight, and then down here's the bowline where I'd end up just clipping on some gear. But right now I'm going to go ahead and go to the tying of the clove hitch. Cool, so this is going to be the clove hitch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my piece of rope right here, and I'm going to lay it over, usually it'd be a branch or something, but this time I'm going to be using my ski pole. You're going to lay it over the ski pole, and then you're going to take it and go around this side. So then you're up and over on the other side and crossed this strand. Then when you're coming back, you're going to take this and make sure to go underneath that strand. Tighten it up, and then there's your clove hitch. Important thing to note is that usually you want to tie a backup knot, usually with this strand, just to make sure that the clove hitch doesn't fail. Now I'm going to show you guys what a double fisherman's is, and this is usually the knot that you'd use for, tying off a clove hitch or something, tying off a figure 8 after you have a little bit too much slack. Just, make sure the rope is secured in some fashion. So what I'm going to start with doing is I'm going to take the one end and I'm going to wrap it around my finger like this. And then I'm going to slide it off my finger, and by taking this strand and going down and around and through, that is going to be my double fisherman. Cool, so now that you've seen the tying of the clove hitch, we're going to move on to the square knot. Probably the easiest knot out of all of them, and it's most simple. What the square knot is the most useful for is going to be connecting pieces of rope. It's really easy to just take the two ends of rope, connect them, and then just pretty much make a longer rope. So on to the tying of that knot. Cool, so now I'm going to be tying the square knot for you guys, and the important thing to pay attention to is which of these cords is on top of each other. So what you're going to start with is you're going to start with 2 cords, and I'm going to lay this, the blue and red cord on top of this one. And then I'm going to take this strand and do that. So now I've got kind of like this cross, knot right here. Now I'm going to go back, but the important thing is that since I had this strand on top last time, I'm going to put this strand on top again, and then do the same sort of like down and around. Then there's your square knot. So that was the square knot, and now we're going to go on to the bowline knot, and this is probably the most important knot out of all of these. What this is really good for, and what I showed you earlier, is it's a little system that you can set up to hook gear onto. So this is going to be important for your bear bags, or you're hanging those up, or if you're just trying to place to, store some climbing gear while it hangs and, stuff like that. Another really neat thing about the knot is it can be tied and untied while it's weighted, so while you have gear hanging from the knot. Other than that, I'm going to head over to the knot tying itself. So for the bowline knot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a pinch of rope, and I'm going to leave myself a good amount of tail. So I'm going to start with this, I'm going to lay the right side on top of the left, so now I'm kind of looking like this right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other end and put it through the loop, so now it's kind of looking like this. The next step, I'm going to grab this strand with my pinky and ring finger and take it to the other side. Now, while maintaining contact with my thumb and my index right here, I'm going to feed a little bit through and then take this strand and poke it through the loop. Now once it's through the loop, I'm going to grab this, and this strand all together. Then by pulling this strand, I'm going to tighten the knot. Then for the bowline knot, this is where you would end up clipping stuff, and it would hang right there. Cool. So now that you guys have seen the bowline knot being tied, I'm going to show you the trucker hitch setup. The trucker hitch setup is really good for loading things, but it's also important for setting up your tarp. I'm going to show you this little system that I have set up here. And right up top, I have a clove hitch done with a double Fisher and safety knot. And down here, I have my trucker hitch. So I'm going to link a video to REI, an REI YouTube video in the description to show you guys how to tie this knot, just because it's a little bit more than what I can do with one person and one phone. But this system is really nice because, as you can see, it keeps tension in the system by just looping around, creating another knot on this already created loop. But it's also really easy to untie. If I'm done with the whole thing and need to take my tarp down, just grab this, pull, the whole thing just comes right undone. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed my little camping knot video. As always, stay safe during these quarantine times and enjoy the rest of your day.